I'm Libba Moravec. I'm the North Carolina GRiT coordinator. I am going into my 3rd season as a coach. I am in my 6th year as an educator, and I have been mountain biking for 10 years. Originally, when I first discovered it, I was just recreationally riding, just really loved being outside, riding out on my own. Then I became a teacher, and I really did not have time for it at all. Like, teaching took up everything and every ounce of my being. But my student actually brought me back into the sport. I just happened to mention it in class one day, and he said, "Libba, there are like trails all over this area. You need to go out, you need to explore, you need to find them again." So started doing that based off his suggestion, and 6 months later I was his mountain biking coach, and NCICL has completely taken over my life in the best way possible. Something that I really love about NCICL too is they stand for equality, they stand for inclusivity, building strong character and strong minds through biking. And I really have seen it impact my students' lives on such a hardcore, intense level. And I think mostly what I love seeing is that they can be successful in this sport without having to make podium. You can see them succeed in all kinds of crazy ways, and they really have a lot of paths and choice to succeed in this field and in this team and this community. So for example, like, I see kids who are just really goofy and they want to cheer on their teammates, and they're running around the course and around their trail just being super positive and jazzing everybody up. I have somebody that's the team mechanic. Like, anytime anything goes wrong with a bike, they're on the ground, bikes on the side of the trail, they're working with that kid to figure out what's going wrong, how to fix it as soon as possible. I have a student that loves outdoor photography, and she's constantly taking pictures of the team. And then I have students who are really into graphic design, and they help with the jerseys. So for our team and for this community, they really see themselves not just success being whether or not they make podium and whether or not they place in like a single digit, ranking. It really is, they have a lot of different avenues to become successful. Specifically with the GRiT program, it really is the true reason why I got hooked into NCICL, is because I was blown away that they were prioritizing and making absolutely sure that female identifying student athletes had a safe space to be, and not only a safe space to be, but a safe place to grow in their skill, to have camaraderie, to see community, to see representation of themselves, either amongst their peers, amongst female coaches that were on the ground leading, the work and leading the actual skills clinics. It's just been such a powerful program to be a part of, and to watch how much joy it brings to student athletes and how much it is impacting their life. And I really, really am excited about this opportunity to do this on a nationwide scale, because my vision is, yes, I want to get as many girls on bikes as possible, but also I want to dig deeper and think about, how are we targeting those girls, and are we specifically targeting girls that don't necessarily have access to this sport, where mountain biking isn't even on their radar? Are we recruiting female identifying student athletes of color? Are we recruiting female identifying student athletes that primarily speak Spanish in the home, and maybe their parents speak only Spanish? Do they feel included in this community? Are we creating a safe space for LGBTQ plus student athletes? Do they feel like they're invited to practices, to race weekends? Do they feel like they can be their true authentic selves? Mountain biking is at this point where we really need to start having conversations about who has access to the sport and why, and how can we make sure that mountain biking is as accessible as possible and as equitable as possible for as many people to get on the trail as possible. Because the amazing thing about this, and what I see, is that student athletes not only fall in love with mountain biking as a team together on the trails, but they are going to become lifelong athletes and lifelong members of this community as well. So let's go get more girls on bikes.